Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, you good thing. Oh, just doing a little bit of high-speed spinning, and on the way. Great fun whether you're out in a boat or on the headlands or in the estuary, whether it's tailor, kingies, whatever, but it's just really, really good fun and a simple way to catch lots and lots of fish. Oh, beautiful little, it's a high-fin amberjack. Woo! Wow, I haven't seen one of these for a while. Awesome. The last time I caught a high-fin amberjack, I reckon, was in a magnificent part of the world, Lord Howe Island. And I must admit, I don't, hey, come on, mate. I don't think I've seen one since. It's the first time I've ever caught one in New South Wales. Look at that, magnificent looking fish. He's got the old Batman and Robin thing going on with that cape across the eyes and that big high fin. And the standard amberjack, very similar looking fish, not quite so dark around the eyes, and has that lower fin. So show everyone that lure there, Barn. We put it away. So that's what we're using. So we're chasing tailor, we're chasing kings, chasing anything that's going to need our little Smith lure there that we're cranking flat out back out the other way, and that's the result. All right, down he goes. What's going on there, big fella?
Something playing up on the other end of the mate.
Oh, this high-speed spinning's great fun. Just use a range of lures. I've actually got a bigger one on there that actually looks like a garfish, a long skinny one. We've marked a few kingies on the sounder here, so we're just sort of working back at those, and we'll work these washes as the sun gets a little bit low and try and chase some tailor and other bits and pieces. But the big man's having some fun here at the moment, that's for sure.
I got the collar there.
All right, nice little kingfish, beautiful little rat king. Nice little fish. High-speed spinning can result in all sorts of fish. It's all good fun, isn't it, mate? Righto, just pop him back in.
Woo! Yes!
Oh, me too! Oh. Fish in the bubbles. Go, Barney!
What's it, mate?
Oh. Mate. Oh.
How good is this?
Oh, mate, how good is it? Pole axe. Oh, pulled out. Still got him on? Oh, I've just pulled out. Just pulled out of my fish. Oh, Barney's still hooked up here. As I've said before, fishing the bubbles like this is definitely a team sport. The big Evinrude's idling. We've got the other mate up here, Shane's been working the throttle for us, and Barney and I are having a cast in the bubbles here. Right time of day, shadows are getting long. Mum's on the phone. See, Mum, can't talk to you at the moment. And Barney's hooked up, so it's all happening. Tackle wise, just your normal spin tackle. This is the sort of tackle that we use for snapper on plastics. Basically just a long spin rod, nice spinning reel, a little bit of 10, 15 pound braid and some 20 pound fluorocarbon leader. Tie that high speed jig on. Anything like this. This is a little metal bait by Smith. Any of those type lures really work well and swim well. And as you can see, the result, proof's in the pudding, and the big fella's hooked up. Oh, there we go, bud. Beautiful little wash kingy. As I've already said, doesn't matter if you're fishing off the rocks or spinning from a jetty. Get that big cast out there. Quite often you need to let it sink down. Sometimes the fish will be on the surface, and if they're not, let that lure sink right down and rip it back up through the water column, and you never know what you're going to catch. Let's get in and have another shot, Barney. Oh yes, hit on the drop. Oh, go you good thing. Woohoo! Oh. I think it goes to show you, I'll turn around this way. Just got to pay attention. I'd cast out then, the bail arm was open, and that fish had beaten that metal lure as it was sinking. He just climbed straight on it. Oh yes! That's what we want to see, Barney. Woo! A metal crunching snapper, Barney. Look at that. You see that dark colour on that fish, which means he's been up in the shallow water. Quite a dark fish, so he's a resident wash fish, and he's just climbed straight on that metal lure. And you See all those teeth marks in there. He's had a good go at that one. Awesome. That little jig's doing its job really well for me. And that bright pink colour with the silver belly, little Smith Law's working really well. Just shows you the variety. You get tuna, you can catch cobia, you can catch anything out of the wash, including these beautiful snapper. Shane's driving for us at the moment while we're fishing these washes and doing the high-speed spinning. A little bit bumpy at the minute. We've got the electronics up here. If you don't know the area you're fishing in, make sure you study your GPS. The Navionics chart that I've got in the Lowrance Sounder there, or in the GPS I should say, are so accurate now. And you can see the little bombies and pinnacles and things, and if in doubt, just don't go in there. It's not worth it. So use your electronics and stay safe.
Oh yeah. Snapper, I think.
Hey Barney.
Not to be outdone. Ha ha!
Ah, nice little snapper, mate, on the metal jig. Mate, that's got to be your first snapper on a metal lure, is it?
It is, mate, yeah. Excited.
Oh, that's a beauty. Just goes to show you the versatility of these little metal jigs. This is a little metal bait 60 mil long. The pink and white or pink and silver always seems to work well, and I know I've caught snapper on these before, mate, so well done. You've been watching Fishing the Edge. It's Guesty out with my big mate Barney. He's got his first snapper on a metal lure. We're having a great time, but as I always say, mate, time for one last cast. The sun's going down, let's do it. See you next time.
Might give you this one. I don't know what this is.
We've got some wash over there. Just throwing the high-speed lures around, as we've said, and I think it might be a tuna, mate.
I think so.
It's crashed it. Just shows you the variety of fish you can get, and you don't have to have a boat. We're in the Big Noble here, and it makes it a lot easier. But you can do this from the rocks. Be careful with rock fishing, obviously. But anywhere you can get a spot off the beaches and throw out and spin for tailor and salmon as well. And it's a bit of a lot. Oh, yeah, there's a tuna, mate. Bring him up, buddy. Be be a mac tuna, I think. Whistle language. Right, got him. Well done, Barney. Nice mac tuna. There you go. Barney's magnificent mac. Check that thing out.